Today would be Mim's 82nd birthday, July 13th, 1938. A number of years ago, Mim decided that one birthday celebration just wasn't enough, and that she decided we should celebrate the whole month of July as her birthday, and that tradition got started. In 2013, I thought, well, maybe I better make her a card for every day of the month. I had some software that I could manage, and so I did. And so for each day of July, she would get a card. They looked like this. And inside there would be the pictures and a message and some kind of a statement. The first year was about trips that we'd made. Well, as her birthday in 2007 started to come into my mind, I decided that I would make a card a day for her various accomplishments because she was so good at stuff. She did upholstery, she did knitting, she had parties that were sensational. I thought that would be good. And what I'll do is I'll get a group of Mim's friends, people that really knew her well, and give them something like this. Turned out it was this. You can't see it very well. But that's like 41 different incredible accomplishments and achievements that Mim made. And I asked them to, over here on the margin, indicate how important that was so that I could aggregate them all and come up with a composite list in ascending order of the importance, in their view, of the accomplishment. So I did that. And on day one of 2000, now, but before I have to mention one other thing. I almost decided not to go through with that project. It just seemed like that was the kind of thing you ought to do on an 80th birthday. I didn't want to waste it on 79th, but I went ahead anyway because I got so excited about doing the project. Well, anyhow, I had the list from her friends, what was the number one thing, and on and down, and provided a composite list. And here was day one of 2007. Now, I don't really expect you to read it, but it says, this year, something different. A countdown of Mim's 31 most significant accomplishments as judged by a panel of her pals. Pictures, text, standard stuff. For July 13th, that was actually her birthday, here was the card. And it recognized, I think you can probably read that, it recognized her remarkable upholstery skills. 19th on the list. July 20th, here's the card. It acknowledged a wonderful mother-daughter tradition that possibly wouldn't have been Mom's first choice of entertainment. And what it was Mim organized and accompanied Jennifer on about 3, maybe 4 trips to New York to see Frederica von Stade, who was Jennifer's favorite opera star. Well, mother-daughter trips like that are always fun. But you got to remember that grand opera was really low on Mim's interest, so it really was a gift of love. As I gave her this card, she took it and was not too enthusiastic about it, and she said, you know, I'm feeling terrible. I think we're going to have to go to the emergency room. And so we did. We went to the emergency room and we came home with a diagnosis of terminal cancer, incurable, nothing they could do. It was just a matter of months and she would be gone. Well, I had the cards made by this time all the way through to the end of the month. And I would give them to her each day as she grew weaker. There's no question about that. But she seemed to enjoy them and appreciate them. And here's the final one, the 31st day of July, the last of her birthday days. A really big day. If all goes well, we are proud owners of a new house. And it's the final day of Mim's birthday month. Well, all did not go well, of course, but we didn't know that when I made this. Number one, what did the group of women friends think was the number one accomplishment of Mim? Well, I hope you can read it here. Number one, putting herself through school with no financial help from her family all on her own. Ohio State undergrad, Western Reserve Graduate School. What an accomplishment. August 31 was also the day that she was taken to hospice. At 1:06, August 31st, 2017, they came and took her to hospice. It was a glorious, beautiful sunny day. She should have been out in the woods working where she always was, and I could still see her smiling as she got into the vehicle. They wheeled her in and off on her way. 8 days later, she died. Now, why am I bringing up this sad, sad story? 3 reasons, I guess. First, I can. Enough time has gone by that I can deal with this subject, I think. Secondly, just to express the joy I feel in knowing that in Mim's final days on this earth, she had a daily reminder of what she'd accomplished, how much she'd done, and how much she was respected and loved by everyone, really. That's not a bad memory as you fade into another world, I don't think. And then finally, I guess the third reason is to express my gratitude that I lucked out and did not put off this project for the year 2000 for her 80th birthday. It would have made more sense. It's a bigger deal. But if I had, of course, she would have never heard these words. And we can't ever pass up an opportunity to tell someone we love them or what they mean to us. We simply must do it now. Happy birthday, Mim. Happy birthday.